Good evening, viewers. I'm Abigail Karmale, bringing to you the news and events in Meghalaya from Bosco Media Network. Headlines for today: Meghalaya Chief Minister Conrad K. Sangma and Deputy Chief Minister Preston Tinsong today met Union Finance Minister. Meghalaya Legislative Assembly Speaker Metpa Lingdaw hopes to hold the budget session of Meghalaya Legislative Assembly 2022 in new assembly building at Maudyangdyang. General Officer Commanding 101 Area Lieutenant General Timur Varma meets the Governor of Meghalaya. And now the news in detail. Meghalaya Chief Minister Conrad K. Sangma and Deputy Chief Minister Preston Tinsong today met Union Finance Minister Nirmala Sitharaman in New Delhi and submitted memorandum requesting the Ministry of Finance to incentivize national banks and prioritize the setting up of new bank branches in rural areas to increase the reach of banking system in the state. Chief Minister also submitted a memorandum requesting Government of India to increase Meghalaya's share of central taxes. Union Minister was also apprised on the overall financial position of Meghalaya. After meeting Union Finance Minister, Chief Minister and Deputy Chief Minister also met Minister of State for Finance Anurag Thakur and discussed on way forward for initiating externally funded World Bank and new development bank projects in the state. He was also apprised of the 3 externally aided projects that focuses on health, tourism and road infrastructure development in the state.
Increasing or at least giving us the amount which is projected in the budget in terms of the taxes. So those matters were discussed, and Madam has assured that she will definitely examine the matter and look into it. At the same time, I had a discussion also about the banking infrastructure and the fact that we need to increase the number of banks. Madam has also agreed to definitely look into this in a very positive manner.
Chief Minister and Deputy Chief Minister also met Union Minister for Animal Husbandry, Fisheries and Dairying, Giriraj Singh, and discussed on prospects and interventions to be taken up in the state to promote cattle breeding, piggery and fisheries for economic growth and sustainable development. The duo also called on Minister of State, Heavy Industries and Public Enterprises, Arjun M. Migwal, and discuss on various issues related to the introduction of electric vehicles, particularly for short-distance public transport. Honorable Chief Minister Shri Conrad K. Sangma met the Honorable Union Minister for Minority Affairs Shri Mukhtar Abbas Naqvi as part of his visit to the capital today. In the meeting, Honorable Chief Minister expressed his gratitude to the Union Minister and the Ministry for funding the construction of P.A. Sangma Stadium in Tura. The Chief Minister intimated him about the progress of the project and stated that the tendering process has started and the construction work of the stadium will commence in a month and a half. In the meeting, they discussed the proposal for setting up of a training center for paramedical staff in Meghalaya, which will be a hub and a skill institute that will cater to the entire Northeast. Considering the situation of COVID-19 today and the need for skilled manpower, the institute will add value to our healthcare system in the region, the Chief Minister said. Apart from the institute, the Chief Minister also discussed and requested for an auditorium to be set up in Tura. Honorable Chief Minister informed that the meeting ended in a positive note, with the Union Minister assuring to look into both the matters.
Something that's really required, and this would be a hub and it would be a skill institute which would cater to the entire Northeast. And the Honorable Minister was very happy to see this proposal from our side, and he has assured that he will definitely look into it. Apart from that, I had a meeting with the Minority Affairs Minister, Mr. Naqvi. And we discussed in detail regarding the P.A. Sangma Stadium in Tura, and I thanked him and the ministry for sanctioning that project, and I also informed him that the tendering process has already started and we should be able to allot the work in the next month and a half. Apart from that, we had also requested and discussed about the possibility of having a project for an auditorium in Garo Hills in Tura, and he has given us a very positive reply to that too. At the same time, we discussed about the possibility of putting a training center for paramedical staff, and I think in this situation in COVID, this is something that's really required, and this would be a hub and it would be a skill institute which would cater to the entire Northeast. And the Honorable Minister was very happy to see this proposal from our side, and he has assured that he will definitely look into it.
Meghalaya, which has earned the reputation as one of the best managed states in the country relating to COVID-19 pandemic, but in the last few weeks have seen the surge in the number of positive cases. This has forced the state government to announce that the virus has spread among the communities so that the people will become aware on the need to strictly adhere to protocols issued by the health government from time to time. Expressing his view on the community spread of the virus, Meghalaya Health and Family Welfare Minister A.L. Hek said the government now needs to strengthen and increase all the medical facilities in order to combat the community spread of the virus. The minister also informed that the government is trying its best to sensitize people about COVID-19 and its ill effects, even as he added that many doctors who have studied MBBS under state quota have now returned back to state to serve the state in times such as now. Union Health Ministry has issued standard operating procedure for partial reopening of schools for class 9 to 12 from 21st of this month on voluntary basis. This allowing of sharing of notebooks, pens or pencils, water bottles among students, prohibition of assemblies and sports, encouraging online learning, entry of asymptomatic persons are some of the important points of the guidelines. It said, however, written consent of the students' parents or guardians will be required and such visits for teacher-student interactions must be organized in a staggered manner. Distancing shall also be maintained in staff rooms, office areas including reception area and other places. After the taking over of Satyapal Malik as the Honorable Governor of Meghalaya, Lieutenant General Timur Varma, General Officer commanding 101 area, called on him at the Raj Bhavan today. The General Officer commanding briefed the new governor on the role and responsibility of 101 area and its contribution in upholding the glorious traditions of the Indian Army. He also discussed several relevant issues including the prevailing security situation in the state and assured the Honorable Governor of continued and enhanced civil-military interaction and cooperation. The Honorable Governor conveyed his best wishes to all ranks 101 area and the Indian Army. Meghalaya Legislative Assembly Speaker Medbat Lingdor today asserted that they are looking to hold the budget session of 2022 in the new assembly building being constructed in Mawdyangdyang. The Assembly Speaker, who inspected the site today with officials of the different line departments, said that almost 50% of the civil work of the building has been completed. He added that they are looking to complete the construction of the assembly building by December 2021. Total project cost is 141 crore and the tender value of the projects is rupees 127.76 crore. The need for a permanent assembly building came up in the state after a devastating fire destroyed the Heritage Assembly building at Kandailat area years back.
I'm happy to inform all of you that today we had the detailed review meeting on the inspection of the progress of work of the new assembly building at Mawdyangdyang. And for your information, we would like to inform that almost 50% of the work has been completed. That's only the civil work I'm talking about, and which we are looking at maybe by end of October, more or less or first part of November, the balance work will be completed. In addition to that also, we have there are a lot of other things also which the contractor has to complete, like the electrical, water supply and other works also. And we intend to complete the construction of the building by December 2021, that means next year. And today we had called all the stakeholders who are a part of this project. The consultant from Delhi, the design associates, also represent at the site. We had called also the officers and representatives from different line departments, especially from PWD building, the security from the police department, and from the mechanical line also, from the PWD department, and other line departments also, like from MODA as well. So, well, so a team from finance also were there, finance and planning were also there, where also they play a very important role with regards to the funding. And today we had, we were joined by the Honorable Minister of Urban, Hamlet Dolly, and the Chief Secretary, Mr. Rao, where we have discussed in details about the progress of the work. That is all which I can tell you right now. So I think you are aware about the total project cost, which is about 141 crores, and the tender value is 127.76 crores. Today we had specifically called the finance team and the planning team. You were there, and over and above that, I had number of reviews with the Chief Minister, and he has assured that as far as funding is concerned with regards to this new assembly building, will not be a problem at all. So he has assured that fully, and I'm confident that there won't be any problem and it will be done. Well, that is not basically change in terms of the drawings or the original plans. It's basically the additional work that they have to take up at the initial stage when they have started the foundation work. Because the place where the construction has taken place is basically a valley type kind of place where we have to go almost 25 meters down from the ground level. So for that reasons, the additional work has to be taken up, and that is basically the major changes. Well, I think the construction, in fact, the contractor has really suffered a lot with regards to the laborers, and we have discussed that at length. As of now, the laborers, that as far as the version from the contractor is okay, but they need more skilled people to come in, like from outside. So we have worked it out today, and that will be taken care, which I have spoken to the political department, and they will assist him with regards to the permission and how they will come in and what sort of quarantine because of this pandemic issue. In fact, when I compare to the difference from the last inspection that I have done in the month of June, 23rd of June, I think. Now it's first week of September. The progress of work is really fantastic, and which I could see the seriousness of the contractor to see that how they complete the work on time. This is very challenging. In fact, they have not come to us with excuses. In fact, they have come up with a solution. I should rather, say it that way, because the progress of work is really very good, very, very good.
So water supply scheme?
No, this will be separately for the assembly for the time being, because we need that immediately. We look for the scheme from the new township. I think that will take a lot of time, because we intend to start the thing by end of next year. So hopefully by then. The intention, as I said, God forbid, everything should be fine and everything should be smooth. Our target is that the first budget session of 2022, being the golden year, celebration for our statehood, that has to take place in that new building. So we are walking in that direction from today. I think I have been to just one or two assembly, buildings in the country so far. But I feel that this will be one of the most beautiful and very iconic building, I should say, as far as the structure is concerned, the design is concerned, and all the facilities that we will be providing within that building itself. Or we'll be having like the speaker's room, we'll be having the opposition's room, we'll be having the chief whip, we'll be having the deputy chief whip from the legislative side, and we'll be having the officers' room separately from the commissioner's secretary, the secretary, and so on. And
Now let us have a glimpse of COVID-19 update for today.
The total number of new cases is 121. East Coast Hills 30. 2 are from the armed forces, paramilitary forces. 28 from the others category. Ribhoi 2, 1 from the armed forces, paramilitary force. 1 from the others category. South Garo Hills 4, West Garo Hills 25, 11 from the armed forces, paramilitary forces, 14 others category. West Khasi Hills 1, East Janta Hills 59, all from the others category. The total number of active cases stands at 1,355. In East Khas Hills, 860, 152 armed forces, paramilitary forces, 708 others category. West Khas Hills 31, Southwest Khas Hills 1, Ribhoi 117, 31 from the armed forces, paramilitary forces, 86 from the others category. West Jaintia Hills 11, East Jaintia Hills 85, West Garo Hills 193, 97 from the armed forces, paramilitary forces, and 96 from the others category. Southwest Garo Hills 5, South Garo Hills 20, East Garo Hills 23, North Garo Hills 9. The total number of recovered cases is 107. 88 from East Khas Hills, Southwest Garo Hills 2, Ribhoi 2, East Garo Hills 2, East Jaintia Hills 4, West Garo Hills 5, and North Garo Hills 4. 2 reported deaths in East Khas Hills, 1 last night and another one today early in the morning. The total deaths stands at 19, and the total number of cases we have recovered is 1,823. Recovered 107. The total number of samples sent for testing till 2 p.m. today is 1,04,090, and the total number of persons who have tested negative is 99,640. The number of test results awaited till 2 p.m. today is 1,253, and the total number of people who have entered the state till today 2 p.m. is 34,300. 399.
We have come to the end of today's edition. Thank you for being with us. See you again tomorrow at the same time and in the same channel.